I don't know. It's a bit of a mad one here. Anyways, last thing for the stream here. Last thing for the stream. Let's have a look at this. Hassam had Igal, or he had his red pill, blue pill. We have to win stuff for Jota. Yeah, we probably do, man. We probably do, 100%. This is from the was it red pill, blue pill? I think it is the stream that he has with Chelsea, Man City, and Arsenal. Obviously, Hassam being the Liverpool rep, and they were talking about Michael Oliver and being the referee for the North London derby, which I thought was an interesting talking point. So not to harp on referees and say that referees should be blamed for everything, but they got into a interesting conversation, very interesting conversation.
You have a difficult run of 3 games. Jem touched on it just because of the whole Chelsea thing. But obviously, you've got the North London derby, you've then got Bayern Munich, and then you've got Chelsea. How do you feel?
Only Bayern really scares me out of those guys. Like, only team that I'm really worried about. The rest of the teams, I feel like we should be going into those games favorites and we should win. First, this upcoming game versus Tottenham, Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be out. We don't know about the rest of the players. I'm going to wait until Friday before I get too like worried about any lineups or anything. But at this moment in time, regardless, this is why you have squad depth. We're going to test it out, and we're going to go and play.
Sorry, just a pet peeve. I know it's stupid. I know it's irrelevant, but Igal, please, bruv, it's not depth. It's depth. DEPTH, bruv. Please say it. It's like when people say, ask. Let me ask you a question. No, it's ask. It's not AKS. It's ASK. Ask. Oh, pet peeves. Anyways.
Like guys like Hincapié or Mascara, and if Calafiori is not 100%, you still got what do you call it? You still got Maz Lewis Skelly on the other side. The thing that I'm looking to see is if Gyökeres is going to be back, if Havertz is going to be back, if Odegaard is going to be back, if these guys are going to be on the bench, because they're going to be crucial for the next couple games, and hopefully some of these guys can make it back for those next couple games, because everyone's focused on the Gabriel Magalhaes injury. I don't think it's obviously it's going to be a big miss having one of your best performing players so far this season and one of the best set piece threats, but I don't think it's going to be as big as a blow as people think. We have a good squad and we should be able to win these games regardless.
Okay, man's got confidence. I rate that. Confidence. That's the thing there. He's been harping on about the squad. Squad is good. Squad is as healthy as can be. Some players are out, yes, defensively. Okay, Gabriel is out, but shit, you've got Hincapié, you've got Mascara. These are the players you said will come in and fill in, so the test will be on Sunday, but let's keep it going. Yeah, it kills me, Chris, bro. Be up to you, bro. It kills me, man.
He's your best defender by a mile.
No, I do agree. He's been our best player, but at the same time, we have a good team, and other people step up when somebody's down.
I'm in agreement.
Have we seen Hincapié play? Have we seen?
Yeah, he has.
It's been up a little bit. It was a referee part.
Game. The thing that pisses me off, Hussam, actually, to be fair, is the referee for this game is a disgrace. In case you guys don't know, and you guys are gonna look at me like an idiot, but take this in. Michael Oliver, who was taken off Arsenal games.
It's Michael Oliver. Fuck Michael Oliver.
Yeah, Michael Oliver, who was taken off
straight away
refereeing games for Arsenal last year.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It's just fuck Michael Oliver.
Off the back of a incident where he let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Last year, after the Maz Lewis Skelly situation, the Premier League's
oh my god,
what do you call
man
it?
Came with the
match
receipts.
Officials released a statement saying he was getting abused by Arsenal fans because after
Mad.
the Wolves decision, and his family's getting abuse online. And the past 24 hours has been dramatic, and the police are getting involved. Do you think a person like this can actually referee Arsenal games fairly? Do you think somebody like this could referee games fairly?
That's actually not. It's not a bad shout. I want to put the chat up, bring the chat up here so we can see what the chat is saying, because I'm sure people are going to be saying something like, Igal referees this and that, la da da da. I don't want to have that be a thing, but the chat. You know how the chats are these days.
No.
Do you think somebody?
I'll be honest with you, I'm in agreement with Igal here. I think Michael Oliver should be on the game.
He should not
I'm
be
in agreement
refereeing
with
Arsenal games.
You guys can call Igal crazy all you want. First of all, let's fuck Michael Oliver on site with that loser motherfucker. That's number one. Number two,
Damn.
if he has been abused by Arsenal fans, he's going to feel a certain way about Arsenal Football Club. I'm sorry, he will. It's just, yeah, we can sit here and go like,
making excuses?
Igal is so shameless. No, he's not. He's making a valid point. Why?
No, he's made a valid point.
Why should they be?
He's made a valid.
I mean, to be fair, we had the same issue with the referee when it came to, what's his name, David Coote, and we all know how that ended up. Now, I'm not saying that Michael Oliver's going to be involved in some drug-fueled nonsense or anything like that. Definitely not. Okay, no. But we've seen that these things can happen. And even Mark Clattenburg, I think, in an interview, I think it was a podcast a year or two ago, maybe now, even he said, like, referees do have biases. If the fans are on your case, you might give something to the opposition to rile them up a little bit more just to piss them off. Or, you know, you're playing at Old Trafford, you might favour Manchester United. You're playing at Anfield, you'll favour Liverpool, for example. Like, these things do happen, but I don't think it's to the extent that they're trying to claim Michael Oliver is not refereeing things as objectively and as fairly as he should be. Of course, there is a connection with, doing the whole... what is it, refereeing in Dubai or wherever it is as well, that whole thing there. So there's probably a case of that to be said as well.
Valid point, but again, my point is, if it hasn't, the game,
He wasn't allowed to referee Arsenal games.
For Arsenal to lose this game doesn't always necessarily just mean that it's going to be the rest.
I'm not even saying Arsenal win, lose, or draw. He should not be refereeing Arsenal games anymore. He has a clear bias. He does not. He's not been allowed to ref our games for 11 months. What's changed? Why is he all of a sudden allowed to referee Arsenal games?
This is the same guy that gave the penalty for the Liverpool City.
The karate kick also.
Same guy that said Robertson.
Well, we had Anthony Taylor do the same thing for
the same guy that didn't give Doku and McAllister.
Anyway, why are we talking about the rest?
We all know he's a fan anyway.
Are we going to do that? I can list 10 here if you want.
Bro, let me ask you guys a question. If you've reported to the police that you're getting abused by an institution, would you not think differently of that institution?
So that's it. You don't trust any police officer for the rest of your life.
No.
No,
one
I don't
person.
trust him.
One.
It's
not all referees. It's not all referees. It's one referee, Martin. One referee.
Every single fan base will have a referee.
I don't trust a referee to referee a team fairly who he has reported to his own institution that he's getting abused by the fan base. On top of that, if I go and look at his actual decisions, he's given Arsenal 8 red cards in 55 games. In comparison to everybody else, the next closest, he's given 5. For example, he's refereed 50 City games, not 1 red card. He's refereed a bunch of Chelsea games, a bunch of Liverpool games. I can go through the difference between how many cards he gives and how many he doesn't. I think there's a glaring hole, and these guys know he made a mistake. He tried to cover his ass with the stupid statement saying he got fucking abused from people. If he did, that's wrong. But he also doesn't have any social media presence, so I don't know where he's getting the abuse from that he's talking about. Is it in person? If that's the case, that person obviously cannot physically abuse a person or verbally abuse a person in person. You should look at that differently. But when it comes to his opinion of the club,
Sam, keep bringing that up, bro. Let it go,
he's a weirdo.
man. Let it go.
He should not be refereeing any of these games.
Do you want to bring up the Trent handball at Anfield? Do you want to bring up the Milner getting away with the 2?
I think that was off Trent's foot or thigh onto his hand, I think, which is why it wasn't given.
We're not getting away with
that
that.
No, Martin.
I'm going to go. Let me speak, please. Do you want to bring up the goal in the Champions League that was a legitimate goal, back pass from your own player to Leroy Sané that he put in the net and we got disallowed on? Are we doing this?
Yeah, but that's Champions League. We're talking about Premier League.
What are you talking about?
Are we going to go through all this?
Your first goal should have been disallowed because Jesus fouled Van Dijk. Yeah, there you go. See? Sterling fouled Van Dijk. Plus, you lost 5-1 on aggregate.
We got screwed at Anfield by the ref, and we got screwed at the Etihad.
You notice how he only complains about European refs.
You see me crying. All right, should we talk about the account?
When was the last time you complained about a Premier League ref?
We don't complain. That's the difference with City fans.
You got them in your back pocket.
We don't bitch and moan about refs.
You got them in your back pocket.
We have a
Also,
moment
let me
of
just
5 minutes,
clarify
then we
something.
move.
Mr. Butler, you really should
What?
be a yoga instructor. The way that you stretched out our statement. You really think that anything we said is condoning death threats?
Definitely
I'm saying
not.
Michael Oliver
No.
shouldn't referee Arsenal games. And you're translating that to condoning death threats? No one on this panel or anyone we work with condones any death threats to any referees. We don't
Or
want
human beings.
any
I think everyone's forgetting the missing the point here. I think the whole point was a particular referee should not be refereeing this game based on what happened last season. I'm fucking on my elbow. And what's happening in seasons before that. Michael Oliver, especially being paid to referee for, Abu Dhabi or wherever the hell he's getting paid for and all that sort of stuff there. That's what people are saying. And of course, last year with the whole Wolves situation where he sent off Miles Lewis Skelly for that red card, and he said that was never a red card, and he's copying all these things and blah blah blah. And Miguel maybe has a point. It's like, if it doesn't have any social media presence, where's he getting this? Are people writing letters to him? Are they knocking on his door and saying it to his face? It'd be very interesting to see. They'll find his email address, his MySpace account, his Bebo maybe, I don't know. Does he still have AOL perhaps? Anyways, beside the point. Referees are dog shit for everybody, but especially in this instance here, like when Klopp said, he doesn't like, what's his name, Paul Tierney refereeing the games, and every time Paul Tierney refereed the Liverpool game, there was always some suspect decision being given against Liverpool. It's not to say that, we lost every game where he refereed, but still, it didn't make it exactly easy. So I think that sort of thing applies there. I don't know, maybe Gal's just thinking like, hang on, why is Michael Oliver refereeing another Arsenal game, a big game in the North London derby, when we saw the fuckery from VAR with Man City Liverpool a couple of weeks ago? We've seen what happened last season with Michael Oliver not sending off, arguably, Kovacic, not even for a straight red, for 2 yellows. Things like that. The Kung Fu kick on Doku 2 years ago, from Doku rather, on McAllister, when that wasn't given as a penalty, that could have won Liverpool the game 2-1 in injury time. We can always go back on certain decisions from certain referees. But when that one referee keeps on just hounding you, like Anthony Taylor has it in for like Chelsea fans, for example, or Mike Dean from back in the day, like there's always something to say about referees, bruv. But if you do your job, then there'll be nothing to say. But again, that's like, well, if the referee allows us to do our job and play our football, maybe we can make something happen. Ultimately, it comes back down to, can your team do what it does to win the game?
referee to get death threats. So that hasn't come out of our mouth once. I'm just making a subjective opinion. If Michael Oliver feels a certain way about Arsenal Football Club, then he should not referee that football club. That's it. It's very simple. I didn't condone.
I mean, I've been
So,
at games where
then,
we've.
just so you know, then Anthony Taylor, who refereed the Manchester derby, when every single member of his family have season tickets at United, but he's an Altrincham fan. He's the only Altrincham fan in his whole family, but everyone else has got a season ticket at United.
Yeah, then guess what? He should
No,
referee.
we went on the pitch and twatted him. That's what we did.
Great.
Get on with
The
it.
better, yeah.
You don't allow the referee to play any kind of influence. Just do your job on the pitch. End of.
Yeah, but if a referee stopping games and they're purposely not letting you play, every little foul is being called, certain decisions are not being called, other decisions are being called. These things do play a part, man. Like, it does happen. You see it on the pitch non-stop. How many times have you watched your team play? They're playing whatever, and then they get hacked, for example, and then you see your team's player, whoever it may be, goes in and just puts a little bit of a chest into the opposition player. They flop on the ground like a sack of shit. They get a free kick, bruv, and it infuriates the crowd. That's what I'm talking about, not letting the game flow sometimes. Some referees love to do that, bruv. Creates drama. It creates all the drama in the world because we love a drama.
Listen to this drama. Drama. It's all about the drama, guys.
It's all about the drama.
I've been to Chelsea games where Anthony Taylor's been called a bald cunt, been sung a bald cunt for the whole.
Did Anthony Taylor
5
complain
minutes.
to the match official body, and they release a statement that they're going to get police involved?
You don't. They just keep giving him Chelsea games, and then
Well,
all right, he's been a
hang on
right
a minute.
recent, but
What was the reason he was getting police in the go?
because he made an incorrect decision against the Wolves game, and he's
Right.
saying he received backlash online. And
No, don't cover it up with backlash. You don't.
No. He's saying he.
Can I just say it's pretty crazy where a referee? Again, I've said this so many times. A player, a referee, a manager, a celebrity, it doesn't matter who it is. I've never understood why people they get on their phones, on their social media, under faceless accounts and whatever it is that they do, and they just hurl like hateful shit towards people because they missed a penalty, they're not good enough, they should leave the club, they're rubbish, they're useless, they're crap, they're this, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you get out of it, bruv? Most of these things end up in the request section in Instagram and Twitter nonetheless in any case, so they maybe not see it. If they do see it, they're actually looking for it, so it doesn't say, it's not to say that it didn't happen, but it's not like they're walking down the street, and this is getting thrown in their face, unless it is. In that case, then we've got a bit of a problem. And I know the UK laws are a little bit of a mess because you can call someone a twat online and they can complain about it and you can be done for like cyberbullying or cyber harassment or some bullshit law in the UK, bro. Your UK laws are absolutely all over the shop, bro. Crazy work, bro. But tell me about it, man. I've never understood why people do it, bro. I've never understood why people do it, bro. I'll never understand why people love to go on and just like DM and just abuse people online and shit like that, bruv. Criticize them, talk about how poor their game was or how shit they were, whatever it is, but to like go at the person and their family and that, I've never understood that, bruv, at all.
He's saying received backlash online, which got abusive.
Oh, death threats. So receiving death threats and threats.
I'm not sure if it specifically said death threats. I can get the quote for you again if you want.
You get me the quote because you don't go to the police because someone said, you're an idiot.
You can read it yourself.
Read it. I can't read it.
Read it to us.
We are
appalled by the threats.
We are appalled by the threats and abuse directed at Michael Oliver following the Wolves.
Physical and they'll be violent. Are you telling me that's right then?
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just simply saying.
I don't agree with people doing all these death threats and all that sort of shit if that's what they are. But like to say someone you were a fucking prickety scam, you're an absolute disgrace. I hope you failed in life type of thing as like an insult for the cops to come after you for that. It's a bit crazy, man.
This person who's reported this issue a year ago can now not all of a sudden just be like, oh, well, he can referee these games again. No issues.
How many
you're the mighty Arsenal Football Club. Why are we
talking
about
referees?
Well, to be fair, I think I understand where Gal's coming from. It's not like there was a complaint from the fans and they said like he was rubbish and everyone's doing controversy. It's like an actual like police, report, bulletin came out and said, bro, this is happening. I'm going to investigate this, It's like you've been, chastised or abused by somebody and then at a party, and then you're going to go back to that party and do what you're going to do. You're going to go work, as a DJ, or you're going to do the lighting or whatever. Like, why would you go back there again, bro? If something bad happened to you, why would you get put into that situation? Maybe that's what is going at. Still, it doesn't mean that there's an excuse. Arsenal should be winning against Tottenham, make no mistake about it. But I get it. The referee situation could be a bit of a problem.
If you have an issue, you've reported it. 11 months later, all of a sudden, you just don't forget that you had this issue with these people. You're going to be refereeing the game biased. You're not going to be impartial. You
have no excuse. You're playing Spurs.
That's true.
If I have an issue,
sorry, Spurs fans.
If I have an issue with somebody, and then 11 months down the line, you don't think in the back of my mind, I'll be like, I still don't trust them.
Miguel, you're overthinking the situation. You're playing Spurs.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that we're playing Spurs at home. It doesn't matter if we're playing Burnley or Leeds.
No, I was going to talk about Spurs' away
record. Not be refereeing Arsenal games. Period.
Irrelevant to that, Arsenal should be beating Spurs. Yes or no?
Actually, by the way, this even has a reverse effect. Let me tell you something. This has a reverse effect, meaning that Michael Oliver might want to prove that he's unbiased so bad that he gives everything Arsenal's way as well.
Yeah.
So this is bad either way.
Could be.
Like this is bad either way. I'll be honest with you guys. Igal is crazy, but today his point is valid. There's nothing.
By the way, you do realize Anthony Taylor.
It's got nothing to do with beating Spurs.
He's from Wythenshawe in Manchester. Yeah. Why is he refereeing a Manchester derby, for Christ's sake?
He shouldn't. I just said if you want to complain about it, complain. Who's stopping you?
Yeah, but you just get on with it.
I think,
Okay,
like,
now speaking of getting on with it, we made our point clear on the referee. Onto the football.
Anyways, you got the gist of it there. Yeah, that was a little bit on the referees, man. I thought it was interesting. Like, I get it. There's no excuse with the referees. You got to do your job. But I understand what the guy's saying. It's like, but this referee copped all this abuse and whatnot last season. And now, after the report was made, now it's like, yeah, it's okay. You're free to referee Arsenal games again. It's like, but even Michael Oliver, why would he even say, like, yeah, sure, no worries. Like, yeah, no, don't worry about them saying all these bad things about me and my family and whatnot. Surely he would have something to say. Do referees even have leeway in saying, no, thank you, I don't want to referee for this game. I don't want to participate in this game because of what happened last time. The fans, XYZ, rah-di-da-da, perhaps?